Hello, this is Brian Purdy with the Florida Aviation Network. Greetings from the last day of Air Venture 2021, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Today I'm with Gary, the guy in the pink shirt, from pilotsafety.org. We're going to talk about his new book and his time here at Oshkosh. Hello, Gary. It's great to see you.
Brian, thanks for coming by. How have you been?
I've been doing good. Busy, meeting a lot of new people, meeting people we've seen before.
Right.
And I'm so glad to be able to catch up with you.
Thanks. You know, it's been, I think it was a record-breaking year, especially on Monday and Tuesday. I think people were so happy to get back out, and it's been great for us. All of our seminars have been standing room only. It's been great to see everybody again.
Good. And I'm afraid I didn't get to go to any because I'm doing this.
Because you have a real job. I totally get it.
I'll volunteer.
Right.
Oh well. I got a chance to look a little over your book yesterday, and I'm impressed. So sounds like, okay, the old saying about the paradigm shift.
Right.
And so sometimes we need a kick in the butt to say, and is the old way the best way? Is there a better way? And I'm glad you stood up and said, yes, there is.
Oh, well, thanks. You know, I'm really happy with it. Single pilot IFR pro tips has absolutely nothing to do with training for IFR or passing a check ride. You know, it'll make IFR training easier and safer, but really good instrument instructors teach things so that really good instrument examiners can test things that you would never do in real life, and it's not the correct technique. Mm-hmm. So I'm one of those guys that on paper looks really smart. You know, I'm the 2019 National Instructor of the Year, but all it comes down to is anybody with 8,000 hours and 20 years of teaching like me is going to pick up some tips that real-world IFR is totally different from training. And that's what my book is. It's not that instructors are teaching bad things, because they're not. It's not that examiners are testing the wrong things, because they're not. But never in 20 years of flying IFR have I ever had to do 3 back-to-back approaches in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to file Victor Airways most of the times, but you don't want to file GPS Direct either. You want to use the technique I invented called GPS Almost Direct. And that's just this book. It's the same training I give people for $3,000 a day in my private classes that you can get for $30. And we're doing great. You know, we sold 500 before it was printed, and right now we're selling about 100 copies a day.
Oh, great.
So it's being well received, I think.
Yeah. So I'm happy not only for your success, but also for all those people that are seeing the value in it and will spread the word.
Right, and it really is, every chapter is almost a direct contradiction to what really good instructors and really good examiners teach and test, not because they're wrong, but because I want people to have an open mind. And like you said, just because we were taught it in training, there may be a better way of doing it. So if people read my book and they agree with everything, great. Say that on Facebook, tell people to buy more copies. If they agree with one thing out of the 30 chapters, that'd be awesome, even if they just start looking at new, different ways of doing things.
Yeah. And of course, I would think the ultimate goal is they're better pilots in the long run. So that's
right.
And safer pilots.
You know, and that's the trick. Anybody that buys my book is a safer pilot, not because they buy my book, but because they're open to new ideas and they're looking to get better.
Right.
Right. And I think that kind of just sums up all the viewers of Florida Aviation Network. Mm-hmm. Those type of pilots, if you're watching this, you are a pro pilot, because only pro pilots want new education. So that's what's great about you all.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
We're trying to do well, and thanks to sponsors like you, we're able to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
So, what's next after Air Venture?
Well, I'm going to get to sleep for 2 days, and then I'm supposed to go to Bogota, Colombia, to train their military on how to work their new Avidyne GPS. And then after that, I don't know until my iPhone tells me. But I'm going to be doing some training in Bogota. I'm going to Paris later, and I've got 100 clients here in the U.S. between now and then to train to, and hopefully in the next 10 years, a second book.
Great.
Took me a long time to write this one. I don't know.
Well, we'll look forward to it.
All right.
Sure. Well, Gary, thank you very much for spending the time with us. We're continued success, and look forward to you in Sun and Fun.
Yeah, Brian, thanks for everything. And for everybody out there, if you'd like to read a free sample chapter and hopefully order 5 or 10 copies as Christmas gifts, everything's over at pilotsafety.org.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.